A journey of love that survives childhood, distance, and family pressures until finally ending in marriage. Against all odds, a love that waited. They met as kids, Tanaka and Nyasha. They lived on the same street, played the same childhood games, and laughed through the same dusty afternoons. Nyasha came from a modest, hard-working family. Tanaka's family was struggling. His father barely made enough to get by, and their home had no running water or electricity. But none of that mattered to Nyasha. As they grew older, life started to shift. Nyasha's father got promoted and moved the family to a better neighborhood, far from the humble place they once called home. Tanaka was left behind, watching the only person who ever saw him as more than his background disappear into a different world. Years passed. Nyasha was sent to a private school. Tanaka, through sheer will and the favor of a few kind-hearted teachers, managed to earn a scholarship. They occasionally crossed paths at youth church events, but now there was distance, not just physical, but societal. Whispers followed them. She's from a better family now, or he won't match their lifestyle. Still, their bond never broke. They kept talking, encouraging each other, rooting for each other in the shadows. Tanaka eventually made something of himself, studied, worked, grew. God opened doors. He moved to a decent suburb, started a small business, and slowly rebuilt his family's legacy. People started to look at him differently, but Nyasha, she always saw him the same. Kind, determined, and full of love. But even with growth, the biggest battle remained. Her family. They disapproved. How can you marry someone from such a background? We worked hard to give you a better life. Her relatives gave ultimatums. Her friends offered opinions. But her heart was unshaken. One day she sat with her father and said, "You taught me to love with wisdom, but you also taught me to stand for what's right. Tanaka may not come from wealth, but he has built character, strength, and faith. And if you can't accept that, then maybe it's not his background that's the problem. It's your perspective." It took time, but love softened even the hardest of hearts. Eventually, the families sat together. Differences were acknowledged and peace was made. And on a quiet afternoon, under the shade of jacaranda trees that reminded them of their childhood street, Tanaka and Nyasha said, "I do," not just to each other, but to the journey, the pain, the wait, and the promise that love, true love, is patient, persistent, and always worth it.